They're not live.
I know.
Alright, so we are live. Welcome, Brawlers. So we are happy to be streaming again in our little Beast Brawlers headquarters space. And yeah, I hope everyone's enjoying the update that we pushed out yesterday. So it's a couple of big changes. I mean, the game still looks relatively the same, but two big changes, of course. One is the introduction of the new Ring of Fire arena, and two, our limited time tournament modes. So very exciting stuff, and so far, from Discord and from social media, we've got great feedback from you guys, so please keep them coming. We realize there's a little bit of kinks here and there of the new features, but our devs, Jade here, and a couple of others are working hard and fixing the problem. So be a little bit patient as we work on these fixes, and the game will be up and running smoothly in no time. But yeah, with that being said, let's jump right into this new limited time tournament. So a little bit about Fire Arena. Ring of Fire Arena, the full name, will be part of the official battle rotation following the Ring of Fire tournament. So right now you can only play it within the tournament, but once the tournament ends, you will be able to play Ring of Fire as you would Ice Cove, Dark Forest, and Emerald Pit. And so very exciting stuff that new arenas added to the rotation. Let us know what you think about the new arena. We're always excited, and we're always happy about the feedback that we get from you guys. Jumping right into the action. One big thing about this new arena is the fact that we have a limited time leaderboard for individuals. So we've been hearing from a lot of players, especially top players, that you guys want to be able to see how you guys rank amongst your fellow players. So although this is not a full ranking based on your absolute fan prestige, we love the fact that we can now do little tournaments here and there in which you'll be able to compete based on special rules. And in this case, you're playing only Ring of Fire and be able to see how you do against other people, right? You can definitely expect us to run more of these little events in the near future. This is really kind of a test trial, so therefore, as I mentioned earlier, there are some little bugs here and there we're still working out. One of the ones that you guys probably noticed is if you have special characters in your name, it doesn't show up in this leaderboard. So no fault of ours. We really tried to get those special characters in here, but the system we're using just has not been playing friendly with us. So therefore, we had to do a very quick fix for that as well. So players with special characters might have had some problems getting the tournament started when we first rolled out the update. But yeah, thanks for you guys joining. Hi, Luke. Definitely stick around. We're going to be doing some giveaways during the stream. So definitely stick around as we talk a little bit more about the Ring of Fire tournament. So with that being said, I'm gonna hand it over to a name here who is the brains behind putting together this new system. So we want to talk about how the ranking works. What are we seeing from the people that are entering the tournament so far, and what can we expect with these kind of limited time tournaments in the future?
Sure. Yeah, I can go over a little bit of this. So with these new tournaments, like Wagner said over here, the main purpose of them was to give you guys a little bit more of a competitive leaderboard to go up against. So with this one here, you have a limited number of games you can play in each tournament. So what this lets you do is it lets you compete against other people to see who can get the highest score out of the first 12 matches they can play. And the score is based off of your fame, and the way the fame is calculated is based off of the number of fans you gain after a match, plus the number of kills and the kill streak you got. So that way, if you get a lot of kills and you win a lot of matches, you'll be at the top of the leaderboard. So this is really exciting because we actually have a way now to see, who's kind of the best player out there who wins a lot of their matches and gets a lot of their kills. And it's not based off of, who plays the most out of the week. It's based off of who gets the best score out of 12 matches. With future tournaments, we can do lots of different things. Like, we can do different special events. We can do different map styles. And we can even change the scoring system. So there's a lot we can do here. It's a great way of also getting a lot of different rewards. As you notice, there's a lot of rewards there for coming in first. You get first, second, and third. Each gets a platinum chest, and then 4th through 25th also gets, or actually 4th through 100 gets a gold chest, and then silver chest for 101 to 500, and then if you just participate, you get 30 potions at least. So there's a lot of rewards there to get. So hopefully you guys will like to enjoy that. But the main purpose of the tournament was mostly just compete against your fellow brawlers and see who's the best out there.
Yeah, and there's a lot of cool and wacky things that we can do with this new tournament mode now. So again, you see that this is a different queue than the normal battle queue, right? Because you're only playing Ring of Fire. So use imagination. There's a lot of cool things that we can do in the future with this. Just to kind of give you guys a little bit of teasers. Perhaps we can do some special events around certain beasts, or we can have events that target certain player groups. So let's say if we have a hardcore limited time diamond players only tournament, we can also do that. But there's a lot of exciting things. So look forward to seeing a lot of cool announcements starting next week. We've been a little bit quiet ever since the bounty event, just because we've been really busy putting together these new features, as well as basically working on a lot of these cool new initiatives inside and outside of the game that we'll be announcing very soon. So we just gave you some teasers, but definitely look out for a big announcement starting next week. So with that said, why don't we jump into the tournament and see if we come across any players? What fan base are you at right now?
On this account we're at 2,500. So we will have to watch an ad before joining this tournament here.
All right. Well, free ad views for the people that are watching the stream.
But yeah, a cool thing with these tournaments is because it's only played on one map right now on Ring of Fire, it does give you that opportunity to really customize your loadout towards that map. Because we have heard a lot of your guys' comments about how with the randomized map pool right now, it's kind of hard to customize your beast to it because you don't know which map you're going to get beforehand. So that's why in this tournament we wanted to have one specific map for this tournament here, so you guys can customize specifically for this one. Looks like that's finished there.
All right. So, and we hope you guys enjoy the fact that this is an additional way for you guys to earn rewards. All we're really making you do for now, anyways, is to watch an ad. Maybe in the future we'll have different tournaments with bigger prizes, but require other ways for you guys to be able to join. And we'll experiment with different things, and we're always, as usual, open to your feedback on how we implement these new features. So keep the comments coming on social media, on Discord. The guys that are coming in from Discord, we love the Discord conversation. So keep them coming. We're always listening. So. With that said, why don't we jump into our first match then?
Sure, sounds good. So with the tournament as well, you'll notice there's a play button inside the tournament. If you hit that button, you will queue up for a tournament match. The normal battle button that you'll see on this screen here, that queues you up for a normal match. So if you do want to participate in the tournament, you will have to go in the tournament and then hit the play button in there.
And as usual, the queue will take a little bit longer for diamond players. So players that are in gold, silver, you're probably able to find matches a lot quicker than the diamond players. So just be patient, and you'll be able to get into a match usually within a minute or so. All right, you got 2 or 4. Let's see what the other 2 that's going to hop in.
Here we go. Looks like we found another 2 players.
Okay, so I'm watching the laggy stream with you guys right now, so the results I'm seeing is going to be a little bit slow. Alright, we got Leon, Infinity, and Dylan Loves. Actually, no, I should be commentating on this, because then I'm commentating on something that's slower than what's happening. Alright, so as a name plays the first match, I'll just give a little bit of commentary on what's new about this map. So obviously the coolest thing are now we have a dynamic environment in which big boulders of rocks drop in the middle of the arena. And after a rock drops, as you probably know by now, the orb spawns from the debris of the rocks, in which, of course, you or your opponents will have to pick up to collect points. And so, this opens things up to a lot of different strategies, where with Dark Forest, the orb drops at random. With Ice Cove, you know that it's all in the middle. You really don't know where the rocks are going to be dropping until you see that big radius, right? And when you see it, you're not going to it right away. You still have to avoid it because I don't know if you guys have had the pleasure of experiencing this, but if you're within the radius when a rock drops, you're dead. Simple as that. And the point of this arena is not so much to fatally kill people and have hazards that are like super dangerous, like a platformer. It's really to get you to be aware of your environment and for you to move around and also maybe to sucker some opponents into dangerous positions. So a name here is basically playing with no mercy. He has a pretty healthy lead. And one thing that we didn't officially announce, but those of you that are watching now will be able to know, is that the drop rate of the rocks will increase with 30 seconds remaining. So even if you have a big lead, with 30 seconds remaining, rocks are going to keep dropping and dropping and dropping, and that's your opportunity to come back. Or if you're in the lead, you got to make sure that you're not just hiding and you're out there still battling and collecting orbs, because we designed it so that you can't just go hiding basically. So yeah, well, it looks like a name takes that one. I'm gonna give these balls a rating.
Oh, yeah, we've already rated it. Yeah, a good strategy in that map too is pay attention to where the rocks are dropping and get into position to go pick them up. While killing other mounts or other beasts is a lot of fun, you still have to remember that it is an objective-based round, so you gotta grab those orbs. Or go after the person in first there.
Alright, let me hop into another match. And as promised, we will be doing a giveaway during stream, so this will be exclusive to the people that are on stream. So if you know some buddies on Discord that are not watching, drag them in. We're going to be doing a trivia question this time to do the giveaway. So we'll do that maybe in about 10-15 minutes or so. And of course, we have our great social media marketing guru, Chiyok, on standby. So she's there to field any questions that you guys have. So yeah, blast away if you guys have any questions about our new features, about what's coming up, if we can review them. But like I'm saying, like, we're pretty hyped up for what's going to be coming in the next couple of weeks. Alright, looks like we're just waiting for 2 more people now.
There we go.
There we go. Xenon, Rebel, and Dylan again. So
he was saving his plays to be during the stream.
Dylan is smart. I gotta say, I've observed his behavior with how he plays our battles, and he understands the meta. So good for you, Dylan. And it's good to see you're up for the challenge. You're waiting to take on the dev instead of going for some easy wins. Yeah, and as well as our leaderboard for individuals, I'm sure you guys are well aware that we have a clan leaderboard, and it was very competitive, but Epix has really stepped in. Like, they've really been doing a great job recruiting some very high fan base diamond players. So we had very close competition between the Tino Brawlers, Olimpo, who are some of the other ones. Legendary's clan, the Behemoth.
Is that Epic?
No, the Behemoth is. But yeah, Epic's. To my knowledge, they are a clan from another game that discovered these brawlers, and a bunch of the Epic's group got into this game and became really good at it. So yeah, I mean, the Epic's right now is quite up there in terms of the clan rankings, even after the fan resets. So yeah, the rest of you guys, get your players together, start grinding, and let's make this clan leaderboard competitive.
Oh, he pushed me into the boulder.
Oh. All right, so it looks like a name is mainly going with the wolf here. I mean, what's your strategy? Why you prefer using the wolf?
So I'm going with the wolf here because it is a really fast beast. I need to get to those orbs as quickly as I can. I'm also noticing that they're picking a lot of Phoenix here, and I have the talent on my wolf to take less damage when the Phoenix explodes, or when you're invisible. and it's a great counter to the Phoenix. So when you kill the Phoenix, you don't take a lot of damage. And normally that's a big weakness to the Wolf, is going after Phoenixes. When you kill them, they explode, and you end up getting killed in the process. But with that talent, it makes it really easy to kill them because they have really low health. And the main reason is it gives me a lot of mobility. I need that mobility to go in and out to grab those orbs. So the Wolf is really strong on this type of map.
Alright, well, looks like a name takes out again. Dylan, 0 for 2 against a name. Time to step up the game. So why don't we queue up for another one? I see AA pop in here. Hola. So yeah, we were just talking about Limpo. I believe AA is the clan leader for that clan. So yeah, we monitor you guys. We pay attention to the most active players, the most active clans. So keep competing, keep being active, and yeah, thanks again for being the guys that have been playing this game since our soft launch. Oh, and shout out to Assassination as well. They've been around for they've been quite competitive since the global launch. So they're number 2 right now. And Invictus, sorry, I was saying Invictus. Should be Invictus. And then maybe after this game, we can hop on a quick Q&A.
Sounds good.
Alright, who we got this time? We got Eternal, Viper, and oh, okay, Dylan managed to snipe us again. Alright.
3 for 3.
He wants that challenge. Alright, so I see you're liking to start with the Spider this time.
Yeah, so Spider's also really good on this map. Except it looks like we traded there, but the Spider's also really good too because you can slow down your opponents, making it really hard to dodge those boulders that are coming down on top of you there. So like it's a good strategy. So instead of being really mobile, you can make your opponents less mobile, making it harder for them to escape the boulders.
Yeah, and Dylan, if you're watching, you're not just doing this for yourself, but the higher a name climbs in this tournament, the less prizes the rest of you get. So be aware of that. He is competing with the rest of you guys. So if you want better prizes, you have to take him down for everyone else. But yeah, as we were talking about earlier, we want to make this prize structure not so much that the top finisher gets substantially more expensive and better prizes than everyone else. Like we really want this to be friendly competition and encourage everyone to play as much as they can. So you'll see that the top 1,000 people that compete will get something, and even the top place guy, they'll get a platinum chest and 100 gems, which is very generous, but it's not really a ridiculous amount of prizes, right? So definitely in the future we'll have these events more frequently, but we don't expect it to go too crazy with prizes unless we set an entry fee or something.
Ooh.
Oh.
This is a pretty close game here.
Going back to the Wolf. Come on, Dylan. Counting on you.
Yeah.
Oh. Looks like a name's got this one again.
No.
Oh. I think that's a pretty healthy lead there.
Oh.
I think he still got it though.
A little bit risky there at the end. Almost had him.
Good try, Dylan. That was close, but to be fair, this is a new game mode for you guys. Since we're the ones that designed this game mode, we are quite familiar with it. So it is kind of unfair that we kind of have a head start and we have a little bit more experience playing this, and we kind of know a little bit of the inside outs of what to expect. But I only gave you guys a little bit of hints, so we know that more orbs will be dropping within the last 30 seconds, and I guess we might know what beasts might play a little bit better. I actually don't use the wolf that much. I've seen tankier beasts also do pretty well because they can kind of hold their own and not drop the orb very much. The boar, which a lot of you still think is OP, I think does pretty well. But yeah, I think it's earlier in the stream someone asked about nerfing the unicorn. So we actually just gave the unicorn a buff, a small one with the speed, right?
Yeah.
So we didn't do any balance changes for this update, but we'll keep monitoring the stats and the win rates of the beast and see if we're seeing some that are significantly doing better than others. But I think right now, the game is fairly balanced. The only thing we're seeing is that definitely because certain players are used to certain beasts, excuse me, they might prefer to use that beast even as they unlock the unicorn and the dragons and the scorpions, because they want to stick with what they're comfortable with. So with that said, why don't we jump into some Q&A?
Yeah, we listened to your guys' feedback. So if you guys have any feedback about the new arena that we released, the Ring of Fire, let us know. Obviously, we just released this one, so any questions you guys have or any feedback about the arena, we're listening to you. And same thing with the mounts too. We're listening to them, and we're also looking at the stats that are coming out, so the win rates and stuff like that. So if you guys feel like something maybe is a little bit unbalanced, we can go take a look at it, and maybe we might find something.
All right, so first question, Intelligence 6 asked, will there be any new beasts? So great question, is our most frequently asked question, and I am kind of disappointed to say that although we've been planning pipeline of new beasts, one of the things that we've been finding, and we've been kind of doing separate research on this, is that introducing a new beast to the game can potentially break in a lot of things right now. And an example I would use is Hearthstone. Right? Hearthstone, if you guys have played it, have 9 starting characters. You can easily introduce a 10th one, but what they've elected to do is they have limited time people that they introduce to the game because it throws the balance off. And we haven't the 9 beasts that you're playing with right now are kind of the original 9, and we've been a little bit hesitant in introducing the 10th one because we've been finding that it's hard to introduce a beast which it kind of fits into this balance of how the beasts interact. With that said, though, we have made some progress with a certain beast design. We can't really reveal how long it would take for us to put together this new beast, but it's honestly on top of our agenda to be able to release a new beast. But unfortunately, kind of given all the things that we want to do with the game, a new beast would be the most significant in terms of eating up the resources within the team, and so we've had to kind of roll out this introduction in stages. But once we have any new information, we'll definitely let you guys know. But we are just as eager as you guys are to be able to play with new beasts. All right, second one. Why don't you go for this one?
When you guys plan on having a search for in-game name to add players to join in a 2v2 arena battle? So right now we do have an option to to play with one of your friends. If you go to the chat and you find your friend there, or if you play a battle with someone, you can send them a friend request. So you can tap on their name, and then there's an option that says Add Friend, and if you tap on that, it sends them a friend request. And like you notice here, he sent me a friend request, and I accepted it. So if I wanted to play with him, I tap on his name, and then there's an option to invite. But he's quite a bit higher than me, so I can't actually invite him to a battle right now. But if you're closer to each other in your fan count, you're able to invite each other to a battle. It's not guaranteed to be a 2v2, but there's a good chance that you will get into a 2v2 map on Ice Cove. So yeah, that's how you would play with your friends. But they have to be around your skill level, so you can't bring them up to a really high level, because then it'll be really unfair that they're fighting against people who have high level beasts, and then they have really low level beasts, right? So we want to keep it fun.
All right, so why don't you dive into an Imagine? I'm actually going to ask the trivia question now then.
Sure.
So for those of you that are watching, we revealed a lot of interesting facts about the new Fire Arena. So one of them was about at a certain time in the game, the drop rates of the rocks will increase in terms of it will fall up faster. So at what point of the match, in terms of the clock, will the rocks fall at a higher frequency? Let's see if anyone gets this one. Oh yeah, and just type your answers on the Facebook chat if you guys can. We'll see if anyone gets this one. If not, I'll ask another one. I don't want to give away too easy. I'm guessing a lot of guys might have hopped in. Oh, all right, Keith Ma gets it. 30 seconds. Good job. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit sick today, so I wasn't very good at phrasing that question, but it looks like you got it. All right, so Keith gets it. You know what? Michael also came in a couple seconds later. So both of you guys, I'm going to give you guys 500 gems. So thanks for tuning in the stream. We will reach out to you via Facebook PM to get your details to reward you guys with gems. So thanks for you listening in the stream and paying attention to the design. So. All right, anyways, looks like a name jumped into the match. Why don't you take over the commentary?
I was a little bit slow to start there because I was listening to the winners and I didn't know as the match started. But yeah, same thing. I'm starting off with the wolf because I want that little bit of extra speed at the beginning to try to get that first orb. And now that I can see that a bowler is about to follow here, I'll just kind of hover around the area so I can run in there and quickly grab it. Seems like everyone else is off fighting in the top corner there. So I'm just going to kind of wait around to see if I can get another spawn here. It looks like there's one about to come in. It's the same thing. I'm just going to kind of hover around it just so when it does finally spawn the orb, I can run over there and pick it up. And while there's a little bit of downtime before the next spawn, I'm going to go grab a little bit of health because I did get a little bit hurt there in that first fight.
Yeah, I think it's one of the things that people sometimes don't really pay attention to is that where the health and speed ups are located, they're set. So if you're aware of where they are in the arena, it's really important for you to know that, okay, at this time, maybe I'll go back and get some health, and for me to get there a little bit faster, I will pick up a speed up on the way. And once you pick it up, your opponent cannot, so it's always advantageous for you to eat up those boosters.
Definitely. And the speed boosts do make a big difference too. They make you quite a bit quicker, so it's harder for you to catch, and easier for you to catch your opponents.
Well, it looks like a name is basically dominating this one.
20 health.
Calabugan and Chinese players and question mark guy, they're not doing very well.
Though keep in mind, while he may be winning the matches, the tournament is actually based on his performance and skill. So you'll get a nice bonus for becoming in first place for his delta change, but his kill, his count, and kill streak will also be part of the tally for the tournament itself.
That's very true. So like a lot of it is based off of your performance. So because I'm not getting as many kills because I'm playing more for the objective, my score may not be as high as other players, so I may not rank super high in the tournament. I should be playing a little bit more aggressive, and that way I get a little bit more score, but I've been playing a little bit more to win the round rather than for the tournament, so I should be changing my playstyle for this tournament because it looks like I might not be able to hit first at this rate.
Alright, well, let's look at the leaderboard. I'm actually curious.
Sure.
So,
take us over for a little bit and explain.
yeah, sure. And maybe I'll play the next match to give these guys a
Sounds
chance. So AA was on the stream earlier, so he's currently 5th. Couple of familiar names here. Mafia, who famously or infamously was our first player to reach 10,000 fans. I think he finished with 12,000. So he's in the top 10 right now. PD Patel, I think he was dropped by the Discord earlier. But yeah, I mean, Pax, Killpax, who asked the question earlier, he was one of the first to jump right into the tournament, and I think he also live streamed it on YouTube yesterday, so be sure to check it out if you guys haven't already. He's still holding on to the top 3 spot, but yeah, King Kenny and Decius, they've been killing it. So 401, 392 with fame. That's gonna be difficult to beat. And as we scroll down, so if you guys see your name, congratulations, you guys have done really well. I'm guessing the underscore guy is legendary here on 35. He's done pretty well. And then Darkness from Epics, Eclipse. So yeah, a lot of players. And one thing about this is that we're unable to see how many matches you guys have played, unfortunately. So this is our first time around. So in terms of features of this tournament, it's quite basic. But hopefully in the future we can have a little bit more advanced features so that you guys can maybe click in the profiles and see how many matches they haven't played and things like that. So there's still a lot of things that we want to add into the game, but let's get the cool stuff in first, and then we'll get the details in a little bit later.
And with you being the same tournament as us, all the players are actually in the same tournament, so everyone's competing against everyone else. You are still when you're using matchmaking, you are still finding people around your skill level, but the total score for everyone everyone is in the same tournament. We wanted everyone to compete against each other. Our other tournaments right here, there's only 25 people in the Diamond tournament, and then as you go lower in the ranks, there's less and less people in the tournament. Bronze only has 10 people, and we felt like you felt kind of segregated from everyone else. Like if you're in Bronze, you couldn't see your friends who might have been Silver, or even if you're in Bronze, you only saw 10 other people in Bronze. So you didn't see like all the other Bronze players. So with this tournament, we wanted it to actually seem like a leaderboard where you saw everyone else, you knew who you're competing against instead of just 10 other people. And that's why we also have a feature where you can click on the button that says your rank, and it'll show you people around your skill. And then if you click on the global button, it shows you who's at the top, so you know who to compare yourself to. So we think it's a pretty cool feature where you can kind of see everyone instead of just 25 other people.
All right, so it looks like two guys that are watching your stream are sniping me. Dylan is back, along with AA, who I was talking about earlier. Oh man, both these guys are pretty good. I don't know if I can take them on.
Come on, have a little faith.
I'm not as good as I name. So I'm playing with the checkered bear. So all these guys are using wolves. I think I have that damage. So I'm gonna try using different beasts than what a name what you used earlier. I have a different playing style. I like to play with the more tankier beasts. Although one disadvantage is that I don't know what potions was equipped, so I'm kind of going in blind here.
Everyone uses a little bit different loadouts, so it's a little bit awkward playing with other people's skills.
Alright, I'm gonna go cheap and use the board.
Can't go wrong with the board.
I thought it was a speed.
No, it's a damage potion.
Alright, the first one. We have a Spanish question actually. You want to address that while I take on these guys?
Sure. So the question was, could we change the initiation of the game and put it so we're able to restore our progress when you first start the game instead of playing the tutorial? We've been looking at ways of implementing that in the game. We haven't came to a solution quite yet, but we have heard a couple people say that, how they already have information on the game and they don't want to keep playing the tutorial over and over again, and instead they want to just be able to transfer their information. So we have heard those. We are thinking of a solution, just we don't have anything quite yet, so stay tuned.
Oh my god, I'm getting destroyed. No, I want at least one.
Oh, come on, you're in last place.
These guys are good. Come back here, come back here. No. I keep dying. No orbs. Oh my god.
So if you guys want easy tournament points, queue up right now. Here you go.
That was a warm-up. Okay. I'm going to jump right back here. I can't believe you guys. Although Dylan and AA are both good players. But come on, I can do better. So I'm 109 now after 5 matches. Which I think is okay. Alright, I'm going to jump right back in. Second question. Decius is asking, in the future, will there be a tournament that is live streamed with glorious rewards? Good question. I don't know. Maybe. So maybe that's related to some of the stuff that we've been teasing a little bit in the beginning of the stream. So stay tuned. That's definitely something that sounds very interesting. So, but yeah, we've been obviously introducing this game mode with the intention of allowing for more competition. So good question. And then when will you have new beasts and new abilities? Well, we answered the beast question a little bit earlier. Abilities.
Same kind of thing with the beasts. We're pretty happy with what we have right now between the potions and the beast's ability. So the beast will all have one unique ability, and the potion will kind of be like its second ability, but it's like a general one, right? Like you can equip on any of your beasts. So we're pretty happy with how that's performing right now. With a new beast would come a new ability as well, but like we were talking about earlier in the stream, we're investigating it, but we don't have anything quite yet to share.
And then someone was asking which dev is best in the game. If you guys remember the bounty event, there's a reason why Jade is the cheapest bounty. And
That was savage.
Jade the account, not Jade the developer. So as you can tell, sometimes we share dev accounts, but Jade was the lower level
Ouch.
account, and then there's Proxidus, and then there's Unnamed. So I personally think Unnamed is the best within the Beast team. I won't say who's number 2 and number 3, but
I will agree with that. They're a better
Oh,
player than
crap.
us. Yeah, definitely.
To be fair, I play a lot.
and to be fair, I'm actually like very like spoiled in that I like to play with fun beasts. So uh, even though I'm not very good at Unicorn, I like to play with Unicorn just because it's fun. And trying to play a little bit more of the Spider now because like Barrier is so good with the Spider. And I feel like it's fun to like trap people into the web, which I'm not very good at doing.
I'll agree with that. Ever, hearing about Grayer, about playing with Spider a lot and dominating a lot of matches, I gave the Spider another chance and really invested some learning time on them. And I gotta admit, Spider definitely bumped in my preference of beasts to play now.
One thing about the Spider though is that you really have to have the talents if you want to be able to maximize the utility of the Spider. Oh crap! I didn't realize it died so much. Die Unicorn! Die Unicorn!
You have 18 seconds. Quickly.
I don't have the flame. I don't have my talents. I'm so used to my talents. I'll take the 3 drop second. I don't care. Oh man. See, if I had that talent of the lava on the floor, then I would have been able to take down that unicorn a lot faster. So yeah, invest in talents, people. If you know like your beast. So yeah. So in this account right now, none of the talents have been unlocked, I believe. So I blame that. That's my excuse.
Some
Oh,
talent.
there. Okay, I don't know.
Three-way tie though. That's pretty interesting.
Oh man. Yeah. So a couple of guys on the stream were able to snipe. So Sam was saying that he just fought me. Which account were you on? I wasn't sure. Alright, so I'm going to jump back into another one.
Go back to once.
Alright. Yeah, we hope that you guys are having fun with this tournament. And, I think one of the things that we really want to do is give you guys more of a reason to come back into, playing the game on a regular basis. Sorry. As fun as it is to just, regularly battle and brawl and to climb the ladder, we want more to give you guys more ways to compete and more ways for you guys to be able to earn rewards, upgrade your beast, unlock cool skins, and basically give you guys more content. So that's the goal with not just this update, but a lot of the things that we've been planning upcoming in the pipeline. And so again, back to that question of new beast. We really want to introduce new beast to the game, but a lot of things has to happen for us to be able to bring a new beast into the game without breaking the game. So, unfortunately, infamously, a lot of you guys pointed out that a lot of times there are a lot of buggy features into the game, and so we have to kind of take that into consideration too every time we make some major changes to the game. So, we're working on this. We're working on to fix this. With each update, you see a much better improvement. So, we hope that you're experiencing this, and if you guys are still experiencing problems, please let us know. Alright. Oh, don't hop back into the match. I was like hoping you disconnect. Alright, well, I'm gonna get more spider practice in. Oh, shoot. Yeah, one beast that we buffed and people don't really use is the speed. So, I mean, personally, I'm not very good with speed. But it's an interesting beast where it definitely is designed to counter certain beasts. And we wish that the usage rate of speed would go up, but I think if we're going to make another balance change, it might be to the speed again, because I feel like even though it's at a good spot, we want to do more to encourage people to use it for speed, because it's actually a pretty fun beast to use once you get a hang of it, and it's probably one of the few beasts that can outrun a wolf, as you can see right now. So I'm gonna get my heal and I'm gonna go straight back. Come on. Let me see if I can take on the wolf. Oh, he's dead already. Well, while saying that, someone else is using the speed on me. Let me see how I can one-on-one kill the speed. Let's do it. Do it. Alright, so I'm gonna get some kills there. So I've got a decent lead heading into 30 seconds. And so the drop rates are going to increase, as I mentioned earlier. Oh, where'd that come from? Yeah, and one of my bad habits is that I instinctively like pick another beast before I even look at it. Like I just press a beast without really paying attention to which one I'm actually choosing. No, 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 no.
It is really important to actually pay attention to what beasts are on the field, so you know what would be the best counter, what's being popular right now. Oftentimes, they'll see a bunch of a bear be one of the last few beasts standing, and then suddenly there's an influx of boars coming. So knowing that, if boars are coming in, it'd be best to choose a good counter for the boar.
Alright, so thanks for the advice, Jade. Unfortunately, I finished third again. I think I lost fame. Oh, yeah, so... Damn it.
Yeah, you could definitely lose positions in this.
Yeah, because I lost 10 fame and I didn't get a lot of kills, so... all the hard work that Name actually did, I kind of reversed, so good job, guys. Phoenix has joined the stream. Welcome, Phoenix. And yeah, like I said, one of the other things that's worth mentioning, of course, is that we have an awesome sale going on right now, the Grandmaster Gem Sale, and some of you guys will be getting I think a Champions Gem Sale. But basically, this is just a limited time thing that we know a lot of players want reasons to get the gems so that they can unlock chests faster, upgrade beasts faster. And we know sometimes the in-game items are a little bit pricey, so every now and then we will kind of look at what kind of content we can offer and entice you guys to be able to make purchases at a good deal, and of course give you guys reasons to keep supporting us as a team. So hopefully you guys can take advantage of the 50% off deal. I can tell you that there's a reason why we're limiting it to 1 because we're not going to do this often. So take advantage of it while you guys have a chance. Alright, so I'm going to jump back into one more match here. Let me see if there's any other questions on Discord. Alright, Dylan, who just beat me, asks, what do you use to counter Hog and will the Phoenix be changed? Let's answer the Hog question first. I personally discovered that Spider is actually really good at countering Hog. Just because the Hog has very little range and needs to activate Bloodlust in order to take advantage of its advantage over other beasts, right? So with Spider, you can keep it out of range and poison the Hog, and like a lot of times when I play Hog against Square, I lose just because he's so good at getting me just out of his range and poisoning me. So definitely give the Spider a try. I guess Wolf sometimes counters it. I'm going to leave it to the unnamed. Maybe he has some other advice.
The Spider, Wolf. I like the Wolf a lot to counter the Hog.
Yeah, and will the Phoenix be changed? I don't know. I mean, I like the Phoenix where it is. Phoenix here on the stream obviously is a one of the best Phoenix users in the game. I don't know, Phoenix. Do you think Phoenix needs to be changed? Yeah, so Phoenix, we're doing just a live stream of the Ring of Fire tournament. We had a question about whether or not we should change the Phoenix. So I mean, the Phoenix is in an interesting spot in which it is designed to counter certain beasts. So Phoenix does well against some of the weaker beasts in which it's explosive. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Its explosion is able to one hit the wolf with good timing, as well as maybe the speed and some of the other weaker beasts. But the Phoenix lacks range and doesn't have good speed. So, yeah, I don't know. Are we going to make any changes to the Phoenix? Is it something we're looking at?
We are looking at it because we have heard you guys talk about it. We have witnessed that the Phoenix is doing all right. It's not underperforming. It only works well for certain beasts, so you just need to be careful, right? Like, you're not going to be killing like a dragon or a bear with it because they just have so much health.
That was terrible.
But like the wolf, the boar, the unicorn, like they all have really low health, so it's really easy to pick up kills on them. And then also with the reset potion, it's really strong because you can cast the ability twice, making for really easy kills, even against really tanky opponents like the bear and the dragon. So we are keeping an eye on it because we have heard a lot of feedback from you guys. So we might make a little bit of a tweak here or there on it, maybe to make it a little bit more entertaining, but nothing really major is going to be changing.
Alright, I'm going to use the wussy strategy, which is using the steed and running around and collecting the orbs while everyone fights. And it's working. See, the steed, man, it's good. And I think, this is what I just discovered. I think the steed is the only beast that can get that last orb.
The last orb?
Watch.
Oh. The bear could also get it too. The bear has a really fast charge.
Well, you gotta time it really well, though.
So, a lot of people don't really quite know that, but if you time the boulder with the bear's charge, you can dash right through, grab the orb, and be safe.
Alright, well, I discovered something while playing.
Alright.
Alright, so I'll let a name hop into another competitive match here as I address the question. Dylan wants cheaper packs. So, we'll have sales periodically every now and then, especially when we have new content. I think that's our way to kind of celebrate the launch of new content as well as to thank you guys for the support. So, I can't say when the next one will be after this gem sale. We always have to kind of plan these things. And as simple as it looks to you guys, it requires a little back-end tweaking to make sure that we get the right items at the right price. But I will keep that in mind. We will look to introduce kind of cheaper sales for you guys in the future. But like I said, this 50% off gem sale, it's a pretty good offer, to be honest. So take advantage of it. You guys are into gems.
Spend your money.
Oh, Sam is in Panda. Yeah, I lost to you twice already.
Oh man, we're so far down.
I lost, that's why.
I win all my matches, get up and walk away for a second, and we're way down here. What happened here?
It's competitive. I'm gonna hop away for a second as well.
Thank you. Oh no, oh no! Whew, that was a close one there. Alright. Hopefully we can make up on some lost time there. So most of the bowlers, when they fall down, will be near the center of the map. So just be careful of that. As long as you're hanging around there, you can usually see them come down, like that one right there. We can go and pick it up. Oh, that bear just came out of nowhere. Whew, that was a nice kill. Let me see if I can go collect my orb from that dragon there after he killed me. And in this one too, just like the other orb maps, when you do die, you do drop an orb, but because there are less orbs in this map, you don't drop as many as the other ones. So, it is still good to pick up some of those kills to make them drop their orbs, but just remember that the whole point is to collect the orbs, so you gotta be careful when those boulders are coming down that you over there and you can pick them up when they do drop. Oh, that unicorn shot, dang, that was off screen. That was a nice shot. Alright. Just gonna dodge that bear charge there. And also, take advantage of all the speed buffs too. When you know there's one of the bowlers is going to fall, just grab a speed buff, hang around it, and you can be the faster one to pick it up. And since while it seems like this is really easy, the reason why I'm getting a lot of points is because a lot of the players that we're fighting against right now are fighting on the edges of the map. If they came more to the center, I couldn't be able to do this strategy because they're not hanging around the middle like I am, and they would be able to bully me out of the center from easily picking up these orbs. But a lot of them will start fights off to the side when the bowler falls down, and I just run in there, grab it, and get out before they can even show up. Use the Phoenix, show me what you got. I can use the Phoenix. Sure. Nope.
Or do we have a Phoenix challenge?
Yeah, he wants me to use the Phoenix.
Alright, let's do it. Show him what's it about. Oh, you gained like 20 spots.
I know.
Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna play and I'm gonna lose. Have you answered these questions already?
No.
Okay, alright, I can
Yeah.
go to them as we play. Are we gonna add new ranks, like outside of Diamond? Probably not. I think we're pretty happy with how the tier system's working. But like I said, with the introduction of the limited time modes, we can actually set tournaments that might target certain players in certain ranks. So we're still figuring this kind of stuff out. But we're going to give people more reasons to play and more ways to win rewards and things like that. So, but in terms of adding new ranks, probably not. Mafia, the very famous Mafia, asked, is there any plans to expand talent tree? There was a question about adding new beasts and talents previously. Again, I think it's just we do want to experiment with this kind of stuff. We do know the tree, the current design is not optimal, but at the same time, if we try to add more things in, it actually complicates the game. It might affect performance, and it might actually break the balance a little bit. So instead of wanting to play around with this kind of stuff, we actually want to add more content for you guys to play with, such as a new arena. So, but I mean, it's something that we'll look into. We have a lot of ideas within the team ourselves. So yeah, stay tuned. And yeah, Dylan, you make a lot of cool suggestions regarding new features that you actually take time to do Photoshop for us. So we appreciate it. We have looked at it. It's not things that even if we like, we'd be able to implement right away. But keep them coming. Like we love the ideas. So yeah, we're looking at them definitely.
Yeah, a good strategy with the spiders is to get. Oh no. Uh-oh.
I thought using Phoenix. What happened?
I was using the Phoenix, but
this ink panda is sniping us.
I think we might have froze here.
Oh, here's your chance. We disconnected.
Looks like the recording software might have froze the game there for a little bit.
Oh, it's probably the phone overheating, to be honest. So Jade, what happens if a player disconnects in a match?
Well, the client is actually going to make an attempt to reconnect to the match as fast as possible. Failing that, if there is continued disconnection, the system will attempt to get back to the main menu.
Oh, no!
And yes, as you see here, if you're still in a match, you do track what match you're in.
What are you doing?
And upon relogging in or attempting to play another match, you'll be sent back to your previous match.
Even after disconnecting, still came second.
Sure, but you actually got back into the match. I would have thought that you wouldn't actually.
I'm too quick.
And yeah, something else that's new about the new update is that because we will be introducing Fire Arena into the rotation. So for new players, there's going to be a different progression for you to unlock arenas. So right now, as you can see, the Ice Cove takes 20 more battles to unlock. So in between Ice Cove and Dark Forest, it's going to be Ring of Fire. So basically, from now on, new players are going to start with Emerald Pit. It's going to take 10 matches to unlock Dark Forest, 10 matches to unlock Ring of Fire, and then 10 matches to unlock Ice Cove. So we hope this gives new players a little bit more time to familiarize themselves with some of the core arenas first before throwing them right into 2v2. I think honestly that's been a kind of poor design in our part. And when we launched the game, a lot of people immediately were thrown into Ice Cove 2v2, and that got really confusing for a lot of the new players and discouraged them to keep playing. So we definitely learned from that, and we want to be able to make the onboarding of the game more friendly to new players.
Should I jump into another match?
Alright, so why don't we make this our last match? Today is going to be about to be short stream just because it really was for us to introduce to you guys the new arena. And yeah, jump into one more match, we'll take the final round of questions, and yeah, we can prepare for the next one. And Phoenix mentioned something about the arcane arena. Yeah, that's in the works as well.
Yeah, and the Arcane Arena, yeah, it's coming soon apparently. You guys will have to stay tuned for that one. We make the game more efficient resource-wise with the new update. It's something we're always continually trying to do as well, make the game a little bit more efficient as we're going over new systems. So yeah, like each thing does get a little bit more efficient as we go on. We are trying to make the game more efficient. We are hearing you guys with some of the older phones having a little bit of issues sometimes. So we are trying to give you guys the best performance that we can.
Yeah, one of the things about these Brawlers that's different than some of the really big MOBA games out there is that we're quite memory friendly, right? I mean, especially for Android players. I think we're less than a gig, like a couple hundred. No, we're less than 100 megabytes. So we're a very small game. We don't take up a lot of space on your phone, unlike some of the really big MOBAs where after you download it, you have to spend 10 minutes just downloading in-game content. So, we want to make this accessible and fun to pick them up, right? So, but with that, obviously, our game is slightly less polished, and maybe on the performance part, maybe not as smooth for compared to some of the other games. But at the same time, I think we're always making changes to make the experience better for you guys. So, if you guys encounter any problems with the game, let us know.
Oh, I missed.
And on the question earlier about our Arcane Coliseum, so I mean, we just literally released Ring of Fire, so a little bit too early to talk about what's going to happen with Arcane Coliseum, but we have been discussing this already, so it's a conversation that within the team we've been talking about, and we definitely have some exciting plans. Like it's one thing about the Beast Brawlers team is that we always want to one-up ourselves every time we release an update, right? So. This update's pretty cool. We introduced tournaments, we introduced the new arena, but we want to do something fun and funky, and that will really change the way the game is played in a good way. So we have some cool ideas. It's not just going to be like another arena with a different layer of skin. So yeah, stay tuned as we work on that. Alright, 20 seconds left. Looks like a name is in a pretty good position. He's not taking any prisoners with the wolf. But yeah, did he?
I'll try not to.
Oh.
Ooh. I wanted to grab those last two orbs there.
Alright, so let's see what place you're in after this match. I think you have one left probably.
I won't.
Did you crack top 50? Probably not because of me.
66, that's pretty close. Pretty close.
Yeah, so.
Really good next match if you're going to talk.
Yeah, if it's just unnamed playing, then he probably would be top 50-ish. But
so, top 50, I need to break 241. I'm at 192.
Yeah, so we'll keep it suspense who play the last match. Phoenix asked if Peak is ever going to accept your friend request. The person that runs a Peak account has been giving a mandate of not accepting friends, but you could message Peak, so no offense to you if Peak didn't accept your friend request. But there's a lot of other devs, as you can tell, that's on Discord. So Chio, Jade, like they're all on there. Like, feel free to message us. So we're really accessible. But just to be fair, we have a no add friends policy for the Peak account. Alright, so let's do a couple more questions. Have you guys thought of changing the backgrounds on some screens?
So, I can answer that one. So, you guys might not have noticed, but on after you play an arena, it changes the background a little bit. So, on the new Fire Arena, you can notice that on the main screen here, you have a red background, so, it has like a fiery background. And then the little things that hold your chest at the bottom there, so they turn in all fiery as well. So if you play like Dark Forest, they kind of go purpley a little bit, and if you play Emerald Pit, they look kind of grassy and rocky. So we do have background changing stuff already. With changing the other screens, we haven't thought about it, but it's something to consider if you guys are interested in that.
Yeah, and right now, as you can tell, we have focused more on content over beauty. So we've made some changes in the what we call the UI user interface over the development of the game. So some of the really old players, they might have remembered that the main screen looks a lot different, but because we changed the way that arenas unlocked, so we have to change the screen with that as well. The inbox is something that's a little bit new. So, we're always making improvements, but, with a small team, we have to kind of focus on what we think adds the most value to the players. So making things prettier, it's nice. We like the game to look prettier as well, but sometimes we have to kind of put that in the back burner and hope we fix the experience. I know some people are still having trouble, let's say, accessing the tournaments, let's say, or just improving the battle experience overall. So, stay tuned. We're always going to make new changes to the game, but we sometimes have to sacrifice certain things over others. So, all right, let's do the last question with Phoenix.
What's your opinion on a top 5 clan struggle for number 1? Because as a former Behemoth manager, I think it's a mess. I think it's pretty interesting how you guys are always kind of battling it out. I can't do it right now because we're not part of a clan. Let's just quickly join one right here, and then we can go check out what's going on. If our device is going to connect. Okay. Yep. We got it. Here we go. So yeah, like you look at the top clans, they're all kind of close. It starts to get a little bit lower as we go down. But yeah, like Epic's right now is in number 1 with 28,000. Really big score. But yeah, like if you guys have any suggestions about it, like we're keeping an eye out on it. If you guys have any suggestions of what you think we could do to improve it, we're all ears.
Yeah, and honestly, for us, the clan leaderboard is really more for friendly competition. We're not designing it so that it's like one of those hardcore games in which you're stressing the heck out of your clan members to climb before the season ends so that you can win the season reward, right? So, I mean, even the way we designed the clan seasons is really more for internal grind rather than it is for you guys to compete against each other. So, I mean, honestly, if anything else, it's really a friendly competition to see who can kind of keep up on the number 1 seed for the longest. But tournaments is where it's at, and I would make a comparison to, let's say, tennis, right? So you have number 1 seeds. You have Roger Federer as number 1, and then Rafael Nadal is number 1. But what matters is who wins the tournaments. And so I think that's kind of our position as well. Is that we want people to compete in tournaments and not care so much about I'm the top ranking for the past couple of weeks. Although that's nice to be able to brag about as well. So just keep that in mind. It's friendly competition. All right, let's do the last question. Last question. New game.
The game modes? Okay, yeah. Have you guys thought about adding new game modes? Yeah, we have a couple in mind right now. We're discussing it internally. Don't think we've settled on anything quite yet, but we are discussing it in the office.
Yeah, so just like 10 minutes ago, I was talking about Arcane Coliseum, so that you might have missed that spiel that I was talking about. But yeah, we have been having conversations, and we want to do something a little bit different for next time around. So yeah, all right. Well, we're gonna keep this stream a little bit short, within the hour, just because I'm actually a little bit sick today, unfortunately. So I don't want to get the rest of these guys sick if I hadn't already. But enjoy the rest of the tournament. We can't wait to see who ends up on the top 10. At the end of the tournament. So tournament, I believe, ends on Monday, 12 p.m. Pacific. So if you haven't finished your matches yet, you still have the next 3 days or so. So get competing. We hope the advice that you guys have heard from the stream will help you gain some fame in the tournament. And again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, we've got some big announcements that are going to be coming up throughout the month. So stay tuned and keep brawling.
All right, have a good one, guys.
All right, see you guys.